Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia, and this is the 2020 Kia Telluride SXL, and in Canada, this is our top of the line model. Now you may notice if you're from the States, we've got different wheels on our top of the line. You guys get the black rims, we don't get those, at least not right now, maybe in the future, but I don't know. Anyways, this is our top of the line car. Whether you're watching from Canada or anywhere else in the world, a whole lot of these features will be the exact same on your model Telluride, and this vehicle is loaded with tech. It's one of our favorite Kias, and let's go take a look. All right, as we come along the front side of the vehicle, this is going to be a full walk around, but we're going to leave things out. There's no way I could possibly cover everything without going on for an hour, and they prefer that I keep my videos a little shorter than an hour. So if you have questions that maybe I didn't cover in the video, use the comments below, and I'll do my best to fill out those comments with answers, and maybe, and oftentimes, I'll make another video as well to tell you more about the Telluride. We already have a number of Telluride videos out there. We did one, 5 surprising things about the Telluride about 3 months ago. We've got 100,000 views on that video. So we'll definitely do more Telluride videos if you're looking for them, but feel free to ask us questions in the comments below, and that'll help us fill out what you want to hear, and we'll do videos and answer questions in the future. All right, let's dig fully into this walk around. Front end of the SXL, very much the same as the SX model in Canada, so actually identical from everything I can tell. You've got the LED headlights. For this video, I turned off our orange marker lights because those orange marker lights that come around here, they can flicker in a video. So you'll see in our other videos I leave them on. For this video, I chose to leave them off, and that's a real distinctive look to the Telluride when you see it come down the road. And again, Canada requires daytime running lights, so if you don't, maybe you don't have those orange marker lights, but they look really cool. LED lights in the headlights, LED lights in the fog lights as well. Slick design here. We've got Telluride written across the front here. This is the gravity gray color, a really good color that I really like. We've done a number of the cars in similar, number of videos recently in similar colors. It's just a color that I really like. This also happens to be the only one we have in stock right now. So not always the best color for video, but great looking in person. Got nice metallic paint, looks well with the silver trim here. Let's continue to talk styling. We're going to move along the side of the vehicle and talk about some of the little details, work our way to the back, and then we're going to work our way through the vehicle, and we're going to end up talking about tech at the end. So let's move to the side of the vehicle now. One thing I should have mentioned along the front of the car before we get to the styling on the side is what's underneath the hood here. A 3.8 liter V6. It's our biggest V6 that we have right now, and the nice thing about that is it's got 291 horsepower, 265 foot-pounds of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed smooth shifting transmission, and this car, even though it has a larger V6 engine than our Sorento, in real-world fuel economy, both V6s get very, very similar fuel economy, and that has to do with the 8-speed transmission, which of course the Sorento has as well now, but also this vehicle runs the Atkinson cycle. That's a little bit more of an efficient cycle, and so you've got great power and you've got great efficiency. And if you're looking between the Sorento and the Telluride, fuel efficiency is basically a wash. All right, let's move to the styling details. A lot of things you don't notice. In the mirrors here, you've got some character lines in there. You've actually got 3 little fins on the inside of this mirror. Just helps with that airflow through the car. Efficiency and aerodynamics are a big thing with Kia. Same thing with our roof racks up here. We've got big, long roof rails here, but again, low to the vehicle. You can get the racks that can grab on anywhere. I'm a kayaker. I like to spread the bars out really far for the kayaks. You can do that on this vehicle. If you have shorter things like bicycle racks that you need to carry, you can put the bars where you need to, and they secure really securely. Down on this chrome trim, it's not really chrome, I guess it's a metallic type look. You see some extra styling details, like they bump it up through here. No real reason other than styling, but I think it looks sharp, gives it some character. And of course you've got the same sort of metallic look here with the painted door handles in the middle here. So metallic on top, body color matching in the middle there. Down the bottom, another chrome trim. What I really like about the doors here, and they don't always mention that in other videos, they wrap right around. And of course in Canada, we get a lot of salt and dirt and crap, especially in the winter months. And what happens when you open that door is, if you're, especially in a taller vehicle, your pant legs can rub. So in this vehicle, they wrap right around and keep the dirt on the outside of the vehicle, which means the panels on the inside of the vehicle stay clean, and if your legs were to touch them, you're not going to get that dirt on your pants. So that's both front doors and rear doors. That's a nice feature I like. The wheels here, I really like them. Up close, they've got a lot more character to them than they will show on video. They've got some depth to them, some multicolor, looks really sharp. All right, moving to the back, one thing you're going to notice, you'll know if you've done your research, that the SXL has LED taillights, the only model in Canada with the LED taillights. What's interesting is in every other Telluride in Canada, your signal lights are down here and your brake lights are up here. Well, you can see if I unlock the car, your signal lights are also up here in this car. So the only Telluride in Canada with these lights as your signal lights is the SXL model. So that's how you can tell from the back. And again, those bright instant on LED lights are in there as well. Let's move the camera around. We'll take a look at the back now. So I asked a lot of people that I work with, what do you think about the Telluride? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? What should I include in the video? And one of the things that almost everybody mentions is the styling and the size is just right. They really like the styling. They really like the size of it. For a large SUV, it still looks fairly compact, but inside you've got a ton of space. So basic styling points, you've got your typical spoiler along the top here. A lot of SUVs do that. Helps with aerodynamics across there. So what this does, it gives you a nice sharp cutoff from the wind. What you'll notice on the side is the taillights do the exact same thing. Nice sharp cutoff on this section here. You got Telluride written along the back, matches the front, really stands out for what it is. You've got this nice metallic looking trim down here, and of course on the SX and SXL you do have dual exhaust. On the EX model they sort of hide that exhaust, you don't have that back there, so dual exhaust tip. Other little styling details, like I mentioned, these are not signals in the SXL, they're just reflectors. You've got the backup beepers, which we can talk about later. We're going to talk about some of the tech in this car. The other thing you can do is you can open this trunk a whole bunch of ways. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hit our key fob, which I'm going to show you actually while I've got it in my hand. Key fobs have been redesigned, kind of a detonator style key fob, and what that does is puts the buttons on the side, and what I like about that is when the key is in your pocket, there are no buttons on the front. That's where you accidentally hit the buttons, is when they're on the front side or the back side of the key fob. So what I like is by putting them here, it fits perfectly in your hand. You can lock, oops, there we go, you can lock, unlock the button right there. But it's a better location, I think, for all your buttons when you have it in your pocket. So let's talk about opening that trunk. First of all, this has a smart trunk. It is a powered trunk. It opens automatically on its own. If I activated the smart trunk, which I haven't done yet, instead of waving your foot underneath the car like a lot of our competitors do, you simply approach the car with your key fob in hand. We've got a whole bunch of videos on this. The lights blink and the trunk opens automatically. You don't have to touch the thing at all, and you don't have to stand there on snow and ice waving under one foot while you're holding your gear that you want to put in your trunk. That's a bad system. This is a better system with a smart trunk. I haven't activated that because sometimes people don't want that activated. So now I can approach the trunk, nothing happens. I can touch the button and open it if I wanted to. What I'm going to do is hold the key fob button. That'll show you again this powered trunk. So a lot of ways to set it up to open it. You can do a whole bunch of different ways. In here, again, I'm about 6 feet tall. I've got tons of space to clear through here. So you've got proper height up there. You can also adjust the height of this. So if you have a lower garage door that you don't want it to go up so high, or if maybe you can't reach the button because you're a little shorter than me, you can lower that down so it doesn't raise past a certain point. Sort of typical stuff, but just in case you wondered, you can do that. Back here, the rear floor, this is an extra panel. We can drop that panel just like this and stick it down, if I can do it correctly, there we go. And that lowers the floor in here. It gives you some extra space to have tall items behind the rear seats. Once this floor is up, like I have it right now, when you fold these seats down, you'll have a flat floor, which why don't we do that right now anyways? Simple as can be, and you can see once I fold them, they latch. Now the SXL model, I'm not sure how well you can see, we'll show you in a picture here. This is a 7-passenger car, so that leaves, when the rear seats are folded down, captain's chairs in the middle. It's our only 7-passenger Telluride in Canada, and that works really well. Let's talk about some of the tech. First of all, power points. Power points are important if you're carrying tech like phones and cell phones, laptops, iPads, tablets, any kind. So we've got, I think I counted 9 USB ports in this car. Many of them are located in the seats, so all seats in this car have a USB port right by the seat. You've got a couple on the dash. You've also got 3 12-volt sockets, so that's the typical, what you used to call cigarette lighter sockets. 3 of those, and you've got 1 regular 110 plug, so you can plug your laptop into that. Power for your devices, not a problem no matter where you're sitting. So space, technology, lots of things to talk about. I could fold the second row seats down here with buttons over here, which is super convenient. Maybe I'll do that right now. We'll do the right side one. There we go. If I move the front seat forward, it would have flopped the whole way down, but the front seat is a long ways back because we had somebody very tall sitting there earlier. All right, luggage capacity is great. The other thing the SXL adds is load leveling suspension. Now what I love about this is, first of all, when I sit on here, I don't shrink it very much. I can't sink it down. So what I did is I got 2 of our biggest guys to hop in the very back seats, and you'll notice that the truck does sag with big people in the back or with a lot of heavy weight in the back. What the load leveling suspension does is it's not the air systems that are notorious for breaking down. You simply, I get into the tech in another video, but you simply drive around the block, the car levels itself out as you drive. So when you park, it's perfectly level. People have asked me about ride quality. I didn't notice any deterioration in ride quality in that. It's a simple system, and simple systems tend to be more reliable, so that's my assumption of part of why they went with that, because we've seen some major repairs on other vehicles that have this air system that takes leveling. This is a super simple system. You load the weight in the back, you drive home, the vehicle levels itself out very quickly, and it works. I had to test it myself because I wasn't sure how well it works, but it works great. So load, luggage, weight in the back, this one can handle it. You also have the capability of towing 5,000 pounds with this car. So lots of capability with this car. All right, let's walk the back seats here, or the middle row seats. Then we're gonna get the front seats where we talk about a lot of technology. All right, middle row seats. I always like to do what I call the back row seat test, and we'll do it here. Basically, I'm about 6 feet tall. Can I get in comfortably? Well, you can see, of course I can. Large rear doors. They also are very wide opening doors. Wide opening doors help you put child seats in, help larger or elderly people, anybody with mobility issues. Creates an easier space to get into. Kia is really good at making wide opening doors so it's easy to get in, and of course the Telluride doors are very big. You've got an assist handle here to get in. I've got this driver's seat a long ways back, much farther than I would need to drive. I've still got tons of room. I can move this seat forward for luggage or way back for comfort. I can tilt it as well. So any level of comfort that you want, these captain's chairs are excellent for that. You do have armrests here in the middle. You've got an armrest on the door as well. Everything's soft touch. The ceiling on this car, on the SXL, is a soft touch material that looks like suede. Really good. You've got climate controls up top here, a vent right for me in this seat here. You do have an extra sunroof panel right above me so I can look out and see the sky above me. Little grocery clip here, or a little clip here for holding a grocery bag or something like that. Cup holders are right here on the back side of the center console for the driver's section. In this section, what I like is you've got a few things that I think are really smart. This is a plastic back seat, not a leather thing. So that means as you brush against this, you can just wipe it clean. You're not gonna scratch that leather. Down here, you have a nice little pocket, which is great. You can hold lots of stuff. Lots of cars have that. This car, because we're thinking about technology, has an extra pocket right in the center here. And I'm gonna pull my cell phone out, try not to hit my mic here. You can see I have a large iPhone 8 Plus right now. That pocket easily takes my large phone. It will take a larger phone, and that's really what it's for, because you've got a USB port on the side of this seat right here. So I can charge my device right from that USB port and throw it in there. I've got easy access, keep it charged. The other nice thing is this car is capable of pairing 2 Bluetooth phones at the same time. So if the driver pairs their phone and they want to use that for Bluetooth calling, somebody like me back here can pair my phone and use it for my music. So if I want to play my music, I've got a power port here. I'm keeping my phone charged. I can play my music right from here through the main system. So again, the ability to pair 2 phones, big step. I'm going to keep that phone there for now. Looking around, we mentioned the power ports back there. This is where you have that 110 volt or 115 volt, excuse me, power port. So you can plug, your standard plug in there. Something like a laptop, you can charge right through there. Big spacious floor. In the doors here, you have, I'll show you on this door here, little sunshades, which you can clip up just like that. So we'll show you what they look in a picture right now. That's super helpful. The other thing I like that you maybe don't expect, rear seats are heated. That's kind of what you would expect in this classic car. What you may not expect is they're also ventilated back here. So all captain's chairs in this model are ventilated seats. Makes it very comfortable, keeps that leather or allows you to keep from sweating when you're on those leather seats. And they are Napa leather seats, so you have an upgraded leather in this car. Basically, your middle row passengers are going to be very comfortable. You want to throw third row passengers in, it's easy to do. You just step out, you hit one little button right here on the seat folds and rolls, and I can easily get in the back. The seats are currently folded right now, so I won't do that, but easy to do, to put the seats exactly where you want them for your customer, or for your guests. Let's move to the front seat now. All right, the driver's seat, like I mentioned, this is all about technology. This car has got so many things. I'm not gonna be able to go through them all. So whatever I leave out here, I know that you're doing your research when you're watching our videos. A lot of time you've seen features mentioned in other videos or in other research online, maybe just in the brochures. If you see something I missed and you wanna know more about it, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to do videos on some of the technology features, but I wanna know what you're interested in having me show or demonstrate or explain. Sometimes I can answer in the comment section, but a lot of times I can make other videos about the technology. So this is gonna be an overview of the technology, because what I find is that a lot of the pieces and parts of technology we can really delve into and show you how they work and what they do. Basic stuff, let's talk comfort. Power seats, of course. I mentioned they're ventilated. Lots and lots of adjustments, including one adjustment that I really like on a lot of Kias. The Stinger has this, some of our other cars have this. This piece here underneath my knee can be expanded out with the touch of a button, so it comes out underneath my, if this is my leg, it comes out underneath my leg, supports me if I'm taller. If I have a shorter driver, I can get that out of the way and shorten the seat up. Really smart thing that you can do for comfort. You can drive this vehicle all day. Basic tech features, automatic headlights, they turn on when it gets dark. Automatic windshield wipers, they turn on when the windshield gets wet. Super handy feature. Cruise control, let's talk about that. Let's talk about automatic stuff. Not just a cruise control, a smart cruise control with stop and go. So every time I have a customer that has this for the first time, they tell me about their, where we live, they tell me about their trip to Toronto. I just went to Toronto, I used the smart cruise control with stop and go, and holy smokes, it takes the stress out of that drive. So what we're finding is that smart cruise control keeps the distance between you and someone in front of you. So you can set the cruise at 120 kilometers an hour or something more legal, 100 kilometers an hour. And as traffic comes out in front of you, the vehicle will slow down and give space, including right to a stop. So without touching the gas or the brake, you can stay with traffic, move with traffic, and even if it's going 15 kilometers an hour down to nothing, up to 20 kilometers an hour down to nothing, your car will stay with that. It'll never exceed what you've set as the cruise control maximum, so say 100 kilometers an hour, but it will keep that distance and keep that space, and it works really well, takes all the stress out of a drive. You combine that with our lane keeping assist, and what that does is keeps the vehicle centered in the lane. It helps you steer. Great system there, works really well. You don't have to worry about staying in your lane as much. You have to be aware, but the vehicle will assist you. So you have that, and the smart cruise control works great in traffic. All right, let's talk about adjustments. Of course, you have a good range on the telescopic wheel. Comes out a long ways, goes up and down a long ways. Nice dash in the center here. We've showed in our 5 surprising things video. So if you haven't seen that, 5 surprising things about the Telluride, there's a screen in the center here. And one of the things I love about that screen, it does a whole bunch of things. But when you signal, that shows your blind spot, which is a quick glance down, and you can see what's in your blind spot area in the perfectly clear screen. So it's not just a cheap display, it's a nice clear display in there as well, or clear screen in there. And whether you're signaling left or right, shows you right in that screen what's beside you in your blind spot. Super smart system. This car also has a heads-up display. Now our heads-up displays with Kia are very, very good. They don't just show speed. For instance, it can show speed and the speed limit right in there. You can show your blind spot detector, so a little orange light, it'll show up in there. Navigation information, you can put as much or as little information as you want on that heads-up display. It's clear, easy to see, allows you to keep your eyes on the road. That suede headliner, it really sticks out in this car. It's just really nice, gives that real high-end feel. We've got the sunroof on top of me, and again the extra sunroof on the SXL and the SX model in the passenger seat area. In Canada, you have what's called UVO Intelligence. There's buttons on the ceiling here. They work. You can do things like, it works with the cell phone app, so you can do things like start the car from your cell phone, lock it, unlock it. You can locate the car all from your cell phone. Really smart system. And on this car, what they've done, because the buttons are up here, we've got home link buttons back on the mirror here. And those buttons allow you to open garage doors. As many as 3 garage doors can be programmed to that. So that's back in the mirror. Let's talk about real features now. We've got this beautiful 10.25 inch screen with a surround view backup camera, which is, of course, is not just a backup camera, it's a forward camera as well. So as you're backing up, you've got the backup beepers, which will beep as you approach something. You've also got a backup camera and a 360 bird's eye view camera. So all of that is there. You can't hit things with this. If you're paying even the lightest bit of attention, you'll see what's behind you, around you. And of course, that system can also be used when you're going forward, when you're driving forward at slow speed. So if you're pulling up to a curb or a wall, you can come up to that and you have a camera system in the front where you can see what's in front of you. It can also check if you're parallel parking, you can set it to look at the left side or the right side of the vehicle so you don't hit the curbs that way. Really smart camera system, simple to use, just turns itself on, and you can change the display based on what kind of driving you're doing. It's also got rear cross traffic alerts. So again, when you're glued to this screen, watching the back camera, watching all those things, you're not doing your shoulder checks like you're supposed to be doing. Well, the car will also help warn you if someone's crossing your path from behind, if you're backing up, if a car is coming. And so that's a great safety feature, tells you what's coming. And you'll feel vibration in the seat as well with some of those safety features that you know things are coming. So you're certainly paying attention that way. The screen also has things like a driver talk function. We talked about that. If there's people in the third row seats, the microphone for your cell phone, the one that's located near the driver here, picks up your voice and it goes to the rearmost speakers. They can hear you clearly. You don't have to raise your voice to speak to them, which is a super fun feature to play with. All right, automatic climate control, not just dual zone climate control, which means that the passenger and driver can set the temperatures the way they want. You can also set the rear passenger or rear temperature to a third temperature. So it's a tri-zone climate control. Everybody can pick their own temperatures, and the rear you can control from the front, or you can allow your guests to control from the back. Now, if you have kids that you don't want playing with the temperature, you can lock them out and control it all from here. Heated and ventilated seats up here as well. We mentioned all the USB chargers. I think there was 9 of them in this car. There's also a wireless cell phone charger up front here as well, so you can put that in. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, standard. They look beautiful on the big screen. I've heard rumors, not through Kia, but I've heard rumors that they're going to change that formatting, and you'll really be able to take advantage of some extra features on that 10.25 inch screen. So again, that's the benefit of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They will always be updated. You'll have additional features from that system as we move, as it gets newer and newer and newer. All right, Harman Kardon sound system, one of the best sounding sound systems we have in all of our Kias. And yeah, design in here and styling, everything's soft touch. Like that Napa leather on the seats, really rich feeling leather. Stitching is contrasting, but it's just a light gray, so it's not like a real standout. You've got this beautiful wood trim across the dash, stitching above it. Everything in this car feels premium, and it should. It's our premium model SUV. All right, we're gonna wrap this video up. So there's a whole bunch of things that I didn't talk about yet. What about drive modes? In Canada, we do better than you in the States. We've got 4 drive modes and 3 terrain modes. We're gonna do a whole other video on that at some point. So let me know in the comments if you wanna see about that. Maybe I didn't hit something that you want. Let's talk about why we do these videos. We do these videos for a lot of reasons. One, we want to earn your business. We are a Platinum Prestige dealer. That means we are a top 3% Kia dealer in the world. We just won Dealer of the Year as well for Canada, so we're doing a lot of things right, we think. Our sales team is around top 5 right now, between top 3, top 5 for customer service scores in the country. We do our best to earn your business, and these videos are all a part of that. If you're not in our area, you can still help us, and we can hopefully help you. You can comment below, let us know the kinds of things that you want to see, because that helps us talk to our customers as well. We want to do these videos for everybody, not just our customers, but if you're watching this video, you're near Brantford, we hope to earn your business. We want to be your Telluride dealer, used car dealer, we want to be your full Kia dealer, and we want to help you out. So thanks everybody for watching. Fill my comments with questions and comments, and I'll do my best to answer them, as well as do other videos in the future, and we appreciate you watching and supporting us. Thanks everybody, have a great day.